I say black people influence the world. A lot of people like to argue on that, and I feel as though when y'all say y'all influenced by hip hop, what y'all really mean is y'all influenced by black culture and black people, because it goes from the love of the music to the slang, the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we dress, our hairstyles. Y'all take our whole identity and conform to it. So have you ever thought on that level, like, damn, maybe I just love the fuck out of black people and hip hop is a part of that?
Low key, man, I completely agree with you. When I was growing up, like I was super into comedy as well, right? And I was so into black comedy. You know, it's like black and white comedy has always been seen. Like black comedy clubs are always a different vibe. It's more exciting. So I remember being a kid, I got the Def Comedy Jam box set. And I loved black comedians. I loved Dave Chappelle. I was a very young kid growing up in this small town, but you know, I was listening to hip hop music. I was watching black comedians. And, you know, again, I don't mean it in a weird way, but like I definitely became obsessed with black culture. I was growing up in an area that, I'll be honest, wasn't very diverse. There weren't many black people where I came from. It was a small town, you know, in rural England. But like listening to black comedians, listening to musicians, like black hip hop artists, understanding like a world that I hadn't grown up in, you know, it was interesting to me. And it was like I had a lot of respect for black people and a lot of like admiration for black guys. More a case of like you listen to stories of people like 50 Cent and Jay-Z, you know, Jay-Z coming out of the Marcy Projects. Like to me, where I was growing up in a little town in England, like the Marcy Project, I couldn't even comprehend what that's like, right? But I would look up to people like 50 and Jay. They were like superheroes to me of like, these guys come from the most dangerous environments and they've become millionaires and they've become success stories. I didn't know any millionaires growing up. Like, I didn't know any, the most successful people that I looked up to growing up were rappers, 50, Jay, Nas, like even this is a pause, but like Diddy, like you successful black entrepreneur that had done great things despite the odds. Right. Don't worry about what he's up to now, but like, you know what I'm saying? So I would say that like black culture really does run the world. And I think that that from that period of time up to now, I think that like you meet people all over the world, and it's not just rappers. You know, there's a lot of successful black people in different fields, whether it's, you know, the Hollywood world, people like Tyler Perry that have taken things to whole new heights as far as like media, you know, a successful black billionaire. I think he's a billionaire now. And like those stories were just more interesting to me. Growing up, I wasn't interested in some rich white guy that had inherited money. Like that wasn't inspiring to me. Like a guy coming from Marcy Projects and actually going from, you know, you shouldn't be, if you're from Marcy Projects, you're unlikely to become a billionaire. Look at what Jay-Z accomplished. Like for me, that's like, I'm in awe of those kind of stories growing up. So it was like, I guess just successful black people, I always just looked up to.
Do you make content showcasing that?
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like some people, right now, the drill music thing's so big, and I'm focusing on a lot of that because it's such a big thing. But I've done a lot of stories about successful entrepreneurs from hip hop. One of my earliest viral videos was about 50 Cent and his vitamin water deal and how he had made $150 million selling vitamin water to Coca-Cola. And like, again, I do still love doing these kind of like positive stories.
Do you feel like the positive doesn't kick like the negative?
It doesn't. Yeah, that's facts.
Right.
And I wish that wasn't the case. Honestly, I wish that I could, you know, do videos about entrepreneurship in hip hop, and they do millions of views, and unfortunately they often don't. But I think that's a wider thing. I don't think I can take the blame for that. I think on social media in general, it just rewards the negativity. That is true.
Facts. And because I think y'all would catch a lot less flack if, say, for every drill video you did, you highlighted a positive from the community and showcased that to the world, because oftentimes our greatness gets overshadowed because all everyone does is showcase the negative. So when we speaking about, hey man, we invented this, hey man, we created that, nobody even believes the shit, number one, because they brainwash you to think we just a bunch of dumb fucks who was in huts until the white man came to save us, when that's not the fucking case. So I think y'all would catch a lot less flack by doing that. But how do you feel we could battle that? Because like you said, social media rewards the negative. Even with our platform, we started talking positive. We wasn't covering hip hop stories or nothing. And niggas is on that. I don't want to hear that bullshit, Sharif. Who killed who? Who's doing the drills? It's like that. So the money's there. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, are you in it for the money? Are you in it for the betterment of the culture? Like, what is it? And how do you combat that to making the positive cool?
Yeah. Here, also too with this though. See, he's very humble, right? But everything that he just described in terms of, you know, how niggas dress, the content, the gangster stories, that comes from white folks, right? These motherfuckers wearing the Mary jeans, the tight jeans, the skinny jeans, you know, those jackets, that come from, you know, like the white Europeans, right? the gangster, right? You know, like how gangsters move, how they talk, their mannerisms, the code of ethics, that comes from the mob, right? So everything you love about niggas come from white folks. So don't say you love black culture.
That's
man.
crazy. We
Come
just
on,
said
Love
Uncle
white
Ruckus,
culture.
fuck
man.
outta
I'm
here.
real, nigga.
Stop that
Feel me?
cap, nigga.
Hit the
And
cap
if Brendan
button.
was here, Brendan would agree with me,
Nah,
right?
hit the
if
cap button.
niggas move like the mob, we wouldn't be in the position we in today.
I don't know. The mob got a lot of
I know
rats.
what
You
you're
can't
saying.
say that. Them niggas
They
be ratting
do,
like a
they do,
motherfucker.
but they
It's a
still
bad
got, they still got,
imitation
they still
of
got a
white
lot of
culture.
things established.
Them niggas
Right.
ratting like a motherfucker, bro. They just don't be putting that out there. But I will
This nigga
say
wild.
they own. They have the brands, but the brand don't become a brand till we put it on and we stamp it.
And let's be real.
Hell no.
And
Get
let's
that
let's
understood.
keep it 100. A lot of this Louis, a lot of this Fendi, all this shit was stolen from Africa.
Facts.
So let's keep that all the way G.
Well,
If
which
we wanna know all
Africans?
that, nigga.
When you speak
Wait, what
facts,
Africans?
Go
look up
it
the symbols.
Go look
Those
it up. Go look up them symbols. Nigga,
Go look
all
up
they
the
did was
symbols.
regurgitate and change their shit and slap the name on it. Nigga took all they shit.
The
nigga.
swastika itself that they use for
Oh, yeah,
hate
yeah, yeah.
came from us. Go do your history. Louis, Gucci, all those symbols
Yeah.
have our history embedded in it. They just took it and monopolized it. But it started from us, nigga. Just like the country singer that's on Beyonce right
Yeah.
now. Guess who created
Oh,
country?
Shabuzi.
I
Right?
don't, Luke something. But guess who
It
created
don't matter.
country?
We made country.
We
music.
created country.
Who? What do you mean?
West
by-
Africans,
by
man.
who?
Do your
The
homework,
original
man.
sound of country
Yeah.
music was started with fiddles and banjos. You know where banjos came from?
Where?
Africa, 17th century.
Man,
We
Africans
gave
don't
them
got
that
sauce
shit.
like that, man.
Fuck you mean?
Smoking rocks?
See, he a young boy. He don't know his history.
Listen, I'm from Africa, man.
He don't know his history.
Africans don't got sauce like that. man.
Africans
Come
got
on,
sauce.
man.
You ain't from
Man,
Africa.
listen,
nigga.
He's not.
We gonna tell you ain't. They finna kill you.
Man, come on, bro.
This
Gucci
nigga
came from
wild,
Africa, man.
I'm gonna tell you like I told Ruckus, man. Go bleach your skin. Go jump in some shit. Go jump in some shit and change the color of your skin tone.
Self-hating ass nigga.
Hey,